Hello everyone. Let's begin with our next topic from our chapter sound. Doppler effect. Okay. So, what do you mean by Doppler effect? First of all, let us see one of the example you have experienced. Okay. Now, in our daily life, you have experienced that if a train or if an aeroplane is coming towards you, okay, if it is approaching towards you, but you are not able to see the object, okay, so that means what? How are you knowing that the train or the aeroplane is going to come towards you? That means what? You are hearing something, right? So it has a sound. Aeroplane has its own sound, then train has its own sound. Then if you are hearing, if you are able to hear the voice, that means what? The train is approaching towards you, right? So therefore, on this basis, we can ask one question, that what happens when a listener moves away or towards a source? That means we, an observer, or we can say a listener, if it is moving towards a source or away from the source, what he feels or what he experiences, that we are going to study in this topic. And this phenomena is nothing but called as what? Doppler effect. This phenomena was explained by Doppler. Okay, so what is Doppler effect? Doppler effect explained why we perceives a change in frequency when the wave source approaches or retreat from us. Okay, so Doppler effect was originated in 1842 by an Austrian physicist, Christian Doppler. So what he wrote in one of the article is on the colored light of binary stars and some other stars of the heavens. Okay. Then what is Doppler effect? Doppler effect is a change in frequency of wave for an observer moving relative to its source. That means either the observer or the source, they are moving. Okay, so there is a relative motion between them, and due to this there is a change in frequency. Okay, so in other words, we can say that Doppler effect is an apparent change in frequency of sound due to relative motion between the source and the listener. So these two are the definition of Doppler effect. One of the from two, you can use any of the one for your study. Okay, now this Doppler effect, it holds for both sound wave as well as light waves. So in light waves, we are using the example electromagnetic waves. Okay, so in this chapter, since this chapter is sound, we are going to see the Doppler effect of sound, and Doppler effect of electromagnetic waves we are also going to study this, but in another chapter. Okay, now before studying the Doppler effect, we should know some of the concepts or some of the things. Okay, so to understand the concept of Doppler effect, we must have the knowledge of wavelength, frequency and velocity. As we know that before or in the beginning of the chapter, we have studied about vibration, oscillation, period of oscillation, then wavelength, frequency, velocity and all these things, right? So from that only we will have a quick revision. What do you mean by wavelength, frequency and velocity? So wavelength means what? It is the distance between two successive crests of wave. Okay, it may be crest or it may be trough. You can take one of the two. Okay, so what is the formula for distance? Wavelength. Okay, lambda is equal to V upon n. Now frequency means what? It is the number of vibration per second is called as frequency, where the formula is n is equal to V upon lambda. Here frequency we are denoting it by n and wavelength we are denoting it by lambda. V is nothing but it is the velocity of sound wave. So what is velocity? That is the distance covered by a wave per unit time is called as what? Velocity of wave. So the formula in terms of frequency and wavelength, we will write it as V is equal to n lambda. Now there are some conditions, or we can say conditions for change in frequency. Okay, so what are the changes in frequency? And these changes of frequency can be studied under three different conditions. First is what? Either the listener is stationary but the source is moving, or yes, when the listener is moving but the source is stationary. The first, we can say that what they have told, that listener is stationary, that means the man who is going to board in the aeroplane. So that means what? The man is standing at a rest position and the plane is moving, aeroplane is moving, or the train is moving. Okay, now then second, what we can say an example, that when a listener is moving but the source is stationary, that means what? If you have to go through by a bus. Okay, now if you are late to catch the bus, what you do? Yes, you are just walking or you are just running towards the bus so that you will get the bus, right? So that means what? The listener is moving but the source is stationary. This is a common example I have given, but there is no any thing we are seeing about the sound. Okay, or we can say when a source of sound is at constant, okay, and the observer is going to move towards or away from the source. This is nothing but example of when listener is moving but source is at the stationary position. Now third, what is the third possibility? Yes, when listener and the source both are moving. They are moving, that means what? They are either approaching each other or they are either preceding. Okay, they are going away from each other. Now let us see the first one, that is source moving and the listener is at stationary position. Okay, now in the diagram if you see, there is a Doppler effect of moving sound source. Okay, so there is a car, right, and it is moving towards the boy, where we can say that the silencer, the horn of the car is going to ring, right? So therefore what do you think? That the waves which are you are seeing in a circular manner, if it is going towards the boy, right, and the boy is at stationary, that means the wavelength is going to decrease but the frequency is going to increase. Okay, on the left hand side if you see the girl, the source or the car is going to move away from the girl, right? So distance is increased between the car and the girl, and therefore this will come towards the long wavelength. That means the wavelength is going to increase but the frequency is going to decrease. In other words, if you want to say, if you want to understand clearly, you can say that the intensity of sound will decrease according to the girl, but according to the boy, which is on right hand side, he will say that the intensity of sound has been increased, which will lead to high frequency. Now according to the theoretical part, okay, if you consider a source of sound S moving away from the stationary, okay, listener, that is L, with velocity Vs. Now in this we will explain the terms that let V be the sound wave, speed of the sound wave with respect to medium, or we can see in other words, V is nothing but it is the speed of sound in air, because now we are using the medium as air. Okay, now N be the frequency recorded by the listener and N not be the frequency emitted by the source. Okay, so in this also you can say that Yes, what is the formula you will get is n is equal to n naught bracket v upon v plus vs. Okay, so when the source is moving towards the stationary listener, okay, or it is going away from the stationary, so this plus sign will change accordingly. Now if this we are seeing the same topic, that is, yes, source moving and listener is stationary. So in this there are two conditions, either the source is going to move towards or it is going to move away. So if it is going to move away, you can see that we have got a plus sign. Now if it is going to move towards the listener with a speed vs, the second term in the above equation, that is, which equation I am telling about, this equation. Okay, so in this equation you can see that negative sign has came. So what will be the formula? It will become n is equal to n naught into bracket v upon v minus vs. Here n is nothing but it is the frequency. Okay, now in the diagram also you can see that the small wavelength will lead to high frequency and the intensity will be increased. Okay, so in the next lecture we are going to see about the other two conditions.